Hey, good morning. Good morning. I am so sorry I'm late. So sorry. I'm like 3 minutes late or something. Um, Good morning. Welcome to another edition or episode of Ask Me Anything Autism. This is where I come and spend a few minutes and wait for someone to come in and ask me a question about autism. And while I'm waiting, I talk about something. So, if you're new on this channel, my name is Chibuzor. I'm a parenting coach for autism. I have one son, Williams, who is autistic, and one neurotypical daughter, Zita. So, today I have, I'm working at church today. I'm working with the kids. They usually put me with the babies. So, when I'm working with the babies, I don't wear long earrings because those babies will just pull down my earrings. So, hi everyone. Happy Sunday. So, like I said, while I wait, I try to talk about something. It's usually I talk about like a question that I've been asked over and over, right? So, one of the questions that came to mind this morning is, what food did I use for Williams, or what food helps with autism? That kind of thing. So, I usually say I didn't use anything for Williams when it comes to food. Um, and that's true because I did try. Because one time gluten-free was all over the place. Like it would help with your autistic child and all of that. So I did try gluten-free. But let me tell you, I went to the store and I tried to buy everything gluten-free. First of all, it's very hard to find everything gluten-free, especially when you're trying to buy like African foods or make African foods. So it's very hard to buy everything gluten-free, first of all. And then secondly, it's expensive to kind of buy everything gluten free, right? So that was another thing. It was expensive. And then number three, it didn't really taste good. Most of the things that were gluten free didn't really taste good. And I mean, if it would really help, then the taste shouldn't matter, right? After a while, your taste buds will get used to it. If it's really going to help your child, right? So that was number three. It didn't really taste good. And number four, because I had to buy everything gluten free for the family. I'm too lazy to cook something for Williams and then cook something else for the family. Like I'm just not that type of woman. I'm not. I don't have that kind of energy. I'm definitely a lazy woman when it comes to that. I don't even like cooking to begin with. Um, so so those things were the reasons why I think I tried it for maybe a week or two. And I'm like, okay, this is not going to work. Let's stick to therapy. Let's try to make this therapy thing work. And I think, okay, like I said, it depends on your child, right? Like some people generally, they don't have tolerance for gluten, right? So those people, I will imagine that those kind of people, if they stopped eating things that had gluten in them, they would feel better. They will have a better behavior. Or for the kids, they will have um, uh, like they will be less hyper and all of that, just because they are not feeling that discomfort in their belly or in their body. So for kids like that, somebody might say, "Oh, gluten free is helping my child with their autism." It might just be that your child does not tolerate gluten. That might just be the case, and it's really not going to cure the autism. It will just help with some of the behaviors, right? So when it comes to cure for autism in terms of food, nah, I don't think there's any food. But if you think there's one, just leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me hear your story, because I mean, a lot of people will want to know if you tried some kind of food and now your child is um not autistic anymore. Right? So just leave me a comment if that is the case for you. But as far as I'm concerned, there's no food on this planet Earth. Maybe they have them in Mars. I don't know, but no food is going to cure your child um, of autism. You might remove some things like sugar and all of those things that make them to be hyper. Yeah, that makes sense, but it's not like it's going to cure the autism. Gosh, I just made this hair. I don't know how I'm looking. I don't know how I'm looking. I like it though, because like when I take off the scarf, it's like an afro, and I like that kind of look. But this morning I want to not be afro. I'll look a little bit together. I don't know. Should I take this one inside? Oh no. Okay, I'm not the best at makeup and hair and all of that, so you will not be getting those tutorials on this channel. Anyway, if anyone has any questions about autism, let me know. Leave me a comment. I'm here to answer questions about your. Hey, really? You guys, get over here. You guys, get over here. Williams and Zita, come here. Come here, guys.
Mom, it's not me making all that noise.
Where's Williams?
It's not me making all that noise.
Williams, didn't you hear me say come here? Really?
Talk through that. It's a microphone.
Come here. Do you not know that I'm doing it live?
I do, but I did not make the noise. It was us.
Look, I'm talking to you. Do you not know that I'm doing it live?
Yeah.
So why are you making all that noise? First of all, you guys leave the room and don't come back until I'm
Yes. I want to come back.
Bye.
Leave the room.
And don't be making that much noise in the living room either. Or anywhere else. Because I can hear it. All right, bye. Okay. So, this morning I posted the reel I posted this morning on Facebook. I talked about autism being a very or rather taking care of an autistic child being a very stressful journey for parents. And that is so true. That is super, super true. Your autistic child will stress you in more ways than you thought possible. Right now, I'm not even talking about, I'm talking about everything that is associated with autism, but even the mere fact that you're thinking about their future is stressful, right? Like you're thinking about what will happen later in life with them, what will happen when you're gone, will they be able to be independent, those kind of things. Those thoughts alone are stressful. Not to talk of when it comes to your day-to-day taking care of your autistic child, very stressful. Like so many things that even with taking care of a regular kid is stressful. And every parent worries. Even when they have neurotypical children, they still worry about their children. They worry about when they are old enough to go out by themselves, will they be safe and all of that. But then when you have an autistic child, the worry is like times 10, in my opinion, because when Zita, for instance, when she gets old enough to go out, now I'm worrying because she's a girl and will she be safe? Will she be able to protect herself? But with Williams, even though my worry should be less because he's a boy, I believe my worry should be less. I don't have a neurotypical son, so I'm not going to speak like as a matter of fact. But I think that if I had a neurotypical son, I would be worried less for the boy and worry more for the girl. But with Williams, now I'm worrying about bullies and people taking advantage of him because he doesn't know how the mind of people work. Now, people can take advantage of anyone, even neurotypical people, but I feel like people on the autism spectrum are a lot more gullible, right? Like, because sometimes they want friends, they want people to accept them, so they're more open to doing things for that acceptance, right? So yeah, I worry about that, and I know most of you do too. Yeah, but then the day-to-day taking care of the child is, oh my Lord, it's another struggle. I just kind of remind myself that I don't have the power to create a human life. I don't know if you guys can hear me. These children are just screaming. I don't have the power to create a human life. So whatever I'm given, whatever I have has been given to me. That's how I look at it. And so the best thing I can do is to find a way to take care of what has been given to me, right? So every single day I remind myself of that. At least I try. I try to remind myself of that. Like, this has been given to you. This is what you need to take care of. So if you're praying for anything, pray for grace and pray for wisdom to know how to take care of this situation that has been given to you, right? Um, that's how I feel, and that helps me through the day. To be honest, you know, I just pray for grace, and when I do it wrong, because I do it wrong. I don't want to say I always do it wrong, but I do it wrong. I do it wrong sometimes. Sometimes I don't have the patience. Sometimes um, I forget my therapies. Like, I forget the steps to take in therapy, or sometimes I'm too annoyed to take the steps. I'm just too annoyed to follow through on the steps that would help get a better behavior, right? And I just want to lash out and yell or get him to do it quickly, that kind of thing. So when I do it wrong, sometimes I'm quick to forgive myself. So I don't know who I'm blessing this more. Like, this wasn't planned. I didn't plan to say all of this, but since I'm over here and no one is asking me a question, I might as well just talk about it since it's in my spirit to talk about it. So I don't know who I'm blessing this morning. If you do watch this, if you're watching it right now, if you watch it later, I hope I bless someone with this. So when I do it wrong, which I often do, it's human nature. Do not kill yourself over it, and do not go back into some kind of shell, so to speak. Like, okay, I messed up this morning, I'm just going to spend the rest of the day feeling guilty about it. No, there's no need to do that. It's to just forgive yourself, ask for God's forgiveness. And if it's something that you can ask your child for their forgiveness, and go ahead and do that as well. Okay, ask them. Even if your child is nonverbal, sometimes they understand, depending on the level of your child, because there was a time when Williams didn't understand. So depending on the level of your child, if your child understands, and I would say even if you think they don't understand, because sometimes they do and we don't know, right? So if it's something that you can ask your child for their forgiveness, then go ahead and do that as well. Ask your child for their forgiveness and forgive yourself. That's the most important thing, because most times we ask God for forgiveness, we ask the other person for forgiveness, but then we do not forgive ourselves, and we just hold on to it, and we're beating ourselves up. So you need to forgive yourself. That's the only way you can move on and think about ways to do things better, right? And plus, if you forgive yourself, then it registers in your mind what you should have done differently, right? But if you keep lingering with the guilt and everything, then you don't open your mind to the new methods that you're supposed to put in there, like a replacement behavior for what you did, right? Yeah, so I felt to share that this morning. Anyway, we're going to church, so I think I better leave you guys since there's no one asking me any questions. Hopefully soon, when I do a live, I'll have people asking me questions and me answering. I don't even want too many people asking me questions, because I just want to answer one or two questions. I just want to answer one or two questions a day, so I don't even want too many questions. But hopefully my next live, someone comes on and asks me a question. And yes, I don't know where you guys, believe it or not, I'm not wearing pants, so I'm not getting up. But the last time I did a live, I showed you guys one of the waist trainers that I was giving away to people who would come to my live. So go check out my last live if you haven't seen it. But it's a very, I don't want to get up, like I said, I'm not wearing pants, and I don't want to molest you people. Okay, so so it's a very sturdy waist trainer. When I sold it for 60 something dollars. So I'm giving them away because I just have them left in my garage and I don't sell anymore. So I thought to give them away to people who would come and join me on my live. And so I still have them. No one has asked for it yet. So if you're watching this right now, you can leave me a comment and tell me if you want it. If you're a guy, you can also get it for your wife or your girlfriend or your daughter or your I was gonna say mother, but that's not appropriate. But anyway, or your mother if she wants that kind of thing. Because I have them in extra small, medium, large, and extra large. And I think 2 extra large, I think. I wear a medium, so you can use me for reference. Again, I'm not going to stand up to show you my waist, but but my waist is not that big. I think I my waist is 32 inches, something like that. So use that for reference if you want it. But again, it's for people who come on my live. So if you watch this on replay, no, you do not get it. I'm sorry. Just wait for my next live because I want to do a live every Sunday at 7:45. Because I usually do it sometimes at 7:45, sometimes at 10 something, because I only do it in the mornings, at 7:45 when I have to work at church, which is only twice a week. But the other times that I don't have to work at church, I don't do it. But I think now I'm just going to keep it consistent and I'll just do it at 7:45 every single morning, just so it's consistent with everyone. Okay. All right. So thank you for watching this. If you're watching this on replay, you can leave me a message and say hashtag replay. And then also follow us if you're on Facebook, or subscribe if you're on YouTube, and like it and share it if you think it will bless anyone. Those things will help my channel to reach more people. So thank you so much, guys, for all that you do, and have a happy Sunday. Bye.